Yo, welcome back to another episode of BigHipHopHaven.
Don't forget the big. Welcome back.
So today we got a brand new interview from none other than Jay-Z.
Let's go.
It's on from his latest GQ magazine interview with Fraser Thorpe.
Okay.
The interviewer. It's called Exclusive. Jay-Z Breaks His Silence. We Played Enough Defense. 2026 all offense. I don't know what the hell that means.
It's up.
But for who? Nicki Minaj?
For everybody.
Who else been talking about? Oh, DJ Academics?
Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne was talking about
He didn't get the Super Bowl.
But you weren't talking about Jay-Z. Only Nicki Minaj and DJ Academics that I know of.
Well, it's up.
Well,
Let's
I guess
see.
we're about to find out. So make sure
Dame Dash?
Oh, yeah. He always talking about Jay-Z. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. You like this joint, share this joint, bring somebody to the family. We're going to give our takes on this, and let's go. This joint is 30 minutes plus, so let's get it.
It's been a long time since you sat down for one of these.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
What have you been up to?
Wow.
Is that the little boy from Blackish?
No.
Everything. A lot.
Look like
most people go through their things, very privately.
You took it on tour.
Live every night. It was so healing. I'm fucking Jay-Z. Respectfully.
Word.
Like, for what? To what end?
We'll probably do a reaction to Reasonable Doubt sometime in the next month or so. Because, yeah, you got to honor that 30th anniversary. That one. And
stay tuned.
Tupac, All Eyes on Me. Let's go. It's 25.
How would you rate your 2025? Like, looking back on the last year?
It was hard. Really hard. I was like heartbroken.
Really?
Yeah. I'm glad we got right to that, so we could just get that out the way.
Okay.
Like, I was really heartbroken by, like, everything that occurred.
Mm-hmm.
With all, like, we in the space now where it's just like,
that's Scully
almost like consequence.
He got a lot of hair.
Thought about enough. So everything is so instant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like that whole Busby.
This civil lawsuit that was dropped, dismissed.
That shit took a lot out of it. I was angry. I haven't been that angry in a long time. Uncontrollable anger. Like, you don't put that on someone. Like, that's the thing that you better be super sure. It used to be like that. Like, you have to be super sure before you put those kind of things on a person.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a person like me. Like, even when we were doing the worst things, we were doing bad, we had those kind of rules. There was a line, no women, no kids. You hear those sayings, but those are things that I took from the street. Morals, integrity, code. Those things I took because we lived and died by that. So it's strict for me. Like, it meant a lot to me. I took that really hard. And I knew that we was gonna walk through that.
Mm-hmm.
We was gonna walk through that. Because, first of all, it's not true. And the truth is, at the end of the day, it still reigns supreme.
When you're feeling these feelings, how do you then bounce back and get back to being Jay-Z?
I don't know. This is the first thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Actually. It was just like, all right, man, we played enough defense. 2026 is all offense. When we first dropped Reasonable Doubt, we sold 34,000 records. We were in, like, at MTV, like, give us a performance in the last slot.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? You don't even have a video that we played. They ain't say these words, but you know what I'm saying. The energy was like, you're new.
Yeah.
Like, you.
Hey, why they changed fits just to have another couple minutes of combo?
And they changed locations too. So it's probably two different,
And
interviews.
every time they go, they change the location so far. Jay-Z Scully get bigger. That's crazy. Let's go.
You haven't proven yourself. But in our mind, the fact that we released an album was proof enough of concept. We did it. That was hard then. We remember, we're not in control of distribution, marketing, anything. We're going like a street level, street team approach to this. And so when we put the album out, that was the win.
Yeah.
And we had some success. And remember, on the streets, we were anywhere you was going to go, you was going to hear Reasonable Doubt.
Did you feel that way at the time, though?
No. No, at the time I wanted a deal.
Were you
That's why I went to
dejected
every single
almost?
label. Huh?
Did you feel like dejected or?
I wasn't. Yes, I was rejected, not dejected.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like every door was, but I always believed in myself.
Yeah.
It wasn't a moment that I thought I'm not good enough for this industry.
Mm-hmm.
At every rejection, I thought, why do they have this guy in place? He doesn't know what's going on.
Like they're slacking. They're not seeing the vision. When you look back at that time, are there things that
this young old face boy, what's happening? Is he young? Is he old? Just look young? I don't know what's happening. How did he get a Jay-Z interview? Out of all the people who put in all this work, who the hell is he?
Hate don't look good on you, Devin.
I ain't hating. I'm just curious.
It said at the beginning he's with GQ. This is a cover story for that magazine.
GQ has a bunch of tenured music.
He may be the
authors.
hip hop urban person. You don't know that.
GQ has done music articles before. I ain't never heard of this dude.
He may be that guy now. You don't know. You're not in tune with the culture.
Looked like he just graduated.
And
how you that dude?
And you look old. So who cares?
I don't understand.
You
look like him. Matter of fact,
you had a rough life your whole life. And I'm a supervisor. I manage people. He got nice glasses.
Y'all look alike in the face.
You're glad that you didn't know?
Yeah,
we making moves.
It's almost like if you're in the room and you go through this room and you get to the end and you open the door and you're like, wow. And then you turn back and he turned the lights off and it was like pits and snakes. You know, your naive nature just naturally navigated you through the dark. And that's made up for the things that we didn't know. And it helps because you can learn something so much that you just tap out. I think that happens a lot in the music business. Like people get in the music business for the right reasons and they're very passionate about it, but then it becomes Monday.
It reminds me of an old Kanye quote of something he said about you.
Sound like you're talking about
Joe Budden,
Atlanta artists that say they don't even like hip hop or rap. They just do it for the money.
When he said, with Jay, you always see the win. What do you think he meant by that?
I think that showed the entire picture from You Must Love Me to Regrets to, you know, Soon You Understand. But the wins are so big that I can see where that can dominate a person's memory. You forget the losses.
Yeah. Or the perception.
Yeah. Or that becomes the perception that it's only wins. And then I do say, I will not lose. So I could add to the perception as well.
I was going to say you also are really good at kind of like, you have a discipline of almost like shrugging off any kind of perception of a loss. Like, what's the next go 0 for 82? I'll look at you like it's gravy, like, you know?
Yeah, because it's all wins.
That is a bar.
It is a bar. But I think
this shit gravy. That shit crazy.
Kind of tap dancing around. Oh, you took a loss to Nas. Is that what he's talking about specifically?
He's just talking about losses, period.
What? Okay, but he's not being very specific about what losses he's talking about.
All the setbacks, like the whole essay allegation. He took losses.
Was it really
with
a
that.
setback? Like,
Yeah,
it's just rumors.
He took losses. He lost deals and contracts over that. Almost his family. Like, come on.
Over last year, he almost lost his family over the rumors from Bugs.
If somebody accuse you of essay, come on. Anybody's gonna be. Oh.
Yeah, but your wife is probably going to hold you down. Like, yeah, we know this person
after
is a liar.
A couple conversations.
Thought Bugsby were lying because he was doing that whole thing, bringing all those girls against Diddy too at the same time. Like, as long as you knew who that person was, he was a serial fire chaser when it comes to law. Yeah. So, just a little bit of Google research you should know.
But just attaching that to anybody's name
I can see that.
can do damage.
Can definitely piss you off. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I had to go see about Bugsby. I ain't gonna lie.
If I had 0.1 of the nets, I won.
Or
it's like I had ownership in a basketball team in Brooklyn.
Is that something you continue to apply? Like, when, God forbid, something goes wrong, don't freak out. We can. It's
not even God forbid when something goes wrong. When something goes wrong, everything in life happens for your greatest good. Everything. I had to not get a deal in order to become who I am today. It didn't feel like the greatest blessing of all. It was the greatest blessing that I didn't get a deal, right? So again, everything in your life, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you.
Jim.
When you
Don't skip over that.
yeah,
It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So you just got to know the distinction. Everything is just how you relate to it. There's no good or bad. Shit happens. It's life.
When did you reach that acceptance of that concept though?
I read a lot of books earlier, Seed of the Soul, Celestine Prophecies, and all these different books, and I was picking up all these gems and jewels.
Don't skip over that part.
Celestine Prophecies, and all these different books, and I was picking up all these gems and jewels on the way. But I was also 26 when I came in, and I lived a lot of life in those 26 years. Marcy to Trenton, New Jersey, to Cambridge, Maryland, to Newport News, Virginia. I met all sorts of people and in all sorts of situations. And I came out without a scratch. Never been to jail.
3 shots never touched me.
3 shots never touched me. I came out unscathed. It's very rare. And I was always curious after that. Once you reach that part, like I've had the living, and now I'm like, man, why did that happen? I'm always questioning, like, why did that happen? Why did it happen that way?
I want to ask you just a little bit about a written testimony specifically, just because that was the most recent release. I think it came out like right before the pandemic started. So
yeah,
you guys
like the day.
The day.
Yeah, my favorite.
Okay, so I see what they did. They're not specifically just moving around. That first interview session was cut up, and then they're moving them around. I guess basically to place them in
on the
positions.
flow of the interview.
Yeah. Okay.
Verses off that just jumbled track. I love that track. It's so noisy and just so unorthodox. Flux capacitor.
You know what's funny about that? So I don't know if you remember this. You and I were emailing about that because I wrote about that album. And I said, this verse is crazy, even if it's offbeat.
Yeah.
And you said that being offbeat was the point, champ. And I was like, well, what can I say to
that? Yeah. Sometimes you need to sit in the pocket.
Devin.
My pocket is always
what?
Sometimes you got to be offbeat to be on beat. You don't get that all the time. You like everybody to be on beat. On the floor. On the floor.
That's not true. That's not true. I like people who can rap off of that because I like a lot of West Coast music and a lot of Detroit music, and they don't do that. So that's not true at all. Kendrick don't do that all the time. Sometimes he be on the offbeat, so that's not true. Andre 3000.
It's like with a foot over the thing anyway. It's always hanging to the last moment. And it's like, because sometimes I try to fit a lot of words into like a small space. Then that last word just like get in the door.
Sticking with a written testimony, you have a couple of verses on there that I really like because they kind of speak to what's going on with you in a broader sense in the culture, like on Universal Soldier. I think it is when you said that you don't keep the same energy for the DuPonts and the Carnegies.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to talk a little bit about this idea of like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to.
If you don't know, those are like families,
big
legacy
families,
like
big
the
families.
Rockefellers, you know what I mean, the Morgans,
big families,
something like that.
Protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artists. That's a mind game. What we would call back in the day for tricknology. It was like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take no one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or take.
Rock Nation.
I heard if you a billionaire, you had to step over a couple millionaires.
A few people.
Yeah, but
a few of them to get there.
I'm gonna let you get that off because I think he's saying morally he didn't cross his morals in order to do it. He won't toot it.
He took a few people royalties and publishing and
We gonna let you
gotta
rock.
eat.
I'm gonna let you rock.
My reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or taking advantage of, the loopholes in the system or some wrinkle in a capitalist structure. That structure exists, and I just see the world for what it is, not for what I want it to be. I'm a realist, not an ideal. It's not idealistic. People speak about the world how they want to see it. You're never gonna win like that.
You said something just now though about
You think those patents they just show were like super
Manyan.
expensive? Hold on.
Manyan.
Them joints was ass.
101. Mm-hmm.
Them joints is cheese.
And it's a set. That's even.
Yeah, and they all signed, and they all the signatures look slightly. Them joints is trash. I ain't gonna lie. And they probably millions of dollars. That's crazy.
You said something just now though about you pushing independence, right? Kind of like in the spirit of Prince. When you embody that, do you feel like you are kind of setting a mold or leading a charge for like what the successful Black man is allowed to do, and like breaking these spaces, breaking these confines?
Yeah, I even want you to take that out of your vocabulary.
Take what?
Allowed. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to do anything. In order for someone to allow you, they have to have authority over you.
Mm-hmm.
No one has authority over us. We exist like everyone else here. No one can allow us to do anything. But that word comes from a real space. And I want to eliminate all those type of words for us.
Yeah.
Yes. So the answer to that is yes.
When you're on a mission to eliminate words like allow, like you said, do you feel like that makes you a target sometimes from?
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. 100%. What's the Nipsey thing? Pray for me, y'all. One day I'm gonna have to pay for these thoughts. Real niggas is extinct. It ain't safe for me, my dog. These are real fucking lyrics.
You've come back to that a lot in the last few years. Like the more I reveal me, the more they will kill me. Stuff like that. When you say they, like who is that?
Whatever the threat to, however the system is set up to keep things at status quo and keep us in a position of using words like allow. So anyone that's culpable in creating the system that we operate under, that's they.
Yeah.
That's they. And it actually goes beyond color.
Yeah.
Because I've encountered that a lot. Where it was just like, okay, this successful Black man, make it. Let me go to him.
Yeah.
And for help. And they're like, you don't fuck with no rap shit.
Oh wow.
Not like out like that, but
that's the energy.
Like the energy. It's like you see the energy.
Yeah.
I
was thinking about how you described last year as being angry and for the first time in a while. Yeah. I wondered what it felt like to be pulled back into that feeling and how you pulled yourself out or how you leaned on the people around you.
Yeah.
I've been saying to pull you
I
out.
needed the people around me more than ever. Because usually when I have that feeling, I would just make music and just be therapeutic. I'll be able to I blow it out.
Yeah.
And I would be like, I move on. I had to sit in that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like he didn't take that pain or problems or issues he was having and make no music. So people have been saying that he got a new album coming out. Don't sound like it. That's disappointing for some people. Let's go.
For a long time. And luckily I had that. And right, again, I've built this circle that's really safe for me of people that really love me, not using me, and really care for my best interests. So I was able to have that in the time, the most crucial time for me.
Yeah. Especially
people that were close to me, and I'll explain. So when those type of things happen, people run. They don't care what happened. They don't care. It's like, save yourself.
Yeah.
So I have partners. I've had big deals with, I called my guy from LVMH, hey man, this is coming, and I can't get rid of it. I can't take a settlement.
Yeah.
It ain't in my DNA. First of all, I had to tell my wife. Let's just back up.
Yeah.
Told you. Told you.
That's different.
You can't come to beat with that. Come on, that's a confessions conversation.
I mean, not if you didn't do it. Cause and
Confessions.
another thing, she probably saw it. It was everywhere. Like she got
Still gotta have that
They
convo.
call it Beyonce's internet. So I'm sure she knew. Like her beehive, they told her. Let's go.
It ain't even in me. I know what this is the weight that this is gonna bring on our family.
Mhm.
I can't do it. The makeup, I would die. It would have been cheaper, yes. Cheaper, quicker, move on with your life. It was like a testament because people know me. Like I know who you are, and that's impossible. And not only we standing by you, but what do you need?
Yeah. What did you kind of do to come back from that personally or emotionally, I guess?
I'm still working with that. That's a great question. I'm still dealing with that.
What was it like watching Blue come into her own even more on this most recent tour?
That was amazing.
Like,
Because on the first tour, there was a lot of conversation around her first performance, and she worked really hard to get to that point, but she still wasn't going for it. She still was like going through the motions, and then after that, she just started going for it. Like she started fighting back. I saw her fight, maybe for the first time in her life, like fighting back. Like not everything is just given to her and everything is easy.
That's fire. I mean, she got that mama mentality. Has some
That dog in her.
Yeah, some controversy and made her better. That's tough.
Had to fight for that, and she fought for it. Then to see her do the amount of work, she's almost on every number.
Yeah.
I had to take her off physically or some number. Like, man, you can't be on that stage where she's singing, 6-inch heels. You crazy? That's never gonna happen. Like it was like that. It was like a fight.
Sure.
She wanted to dance every single number. And that's a lot of choreography to remember. She was 13 at the time. That's a lot. And she was nailing it. She was going crazy.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Like Blue is a crazy pianist. But she won't let us get her like a teacher. She don't want to be mentored in that way because she wants it to feel just like fun. She don't want it to be a job. But when she has a perfect pitch, anything. If she hears a song, she'll be like, play it again, and then she'll play it.
Oh, wow.
Like she'll teach herself. She'll find the notes, and then she's off playing it. That's just talent. Because we tell her, like, that's not normal, right? And she's just like, no, I just want to play. I enjoy playing. Let me just play.
That is fire, and that is talented, but my little cousin does the same thing. Not gonna lie.
Skills.
Yeah.
Still
Both
gifted.
nice. Yeah.
So she doesn't work at that. She worked at this, and it makes me proud that she fought for something that she really wanted to do. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna be able to get off that stage now. I don't know.
You pop out like when you want to, you record when you want to, like you're not in that stricture.
Yeah, I think 444 released a lot. Although it's the hardest album for me to make, it's still hard I can't even listen to 444 because it's the album that I was always afraid to make. You know what I mean? Like you think about like, man, I want to make an album like it's just like pure and just like vulnerable and just like the real interior thoughts. Not like, this Superman, like this mythical figure.
So it's interesting for you to like pinpoint that because like we were saying earlier, the last time you did one of these like kind of real sit downs was around 444 when that had like just happened and just
444 had to have been what 5 to 7 years ago, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
This little boy was in like middle school. Had to been.
You even know how old he is. You just hating.
He in his 20s.
I'm telling you.
Most.
Hate don't look good on you, Devin.
To say he in his 20s, he looks in his 20s. We're not going to say and be like, oh, I think he's 30. He don't look 30. He ain't 30.
Does it matter how old he is, though?
The 444 album, he just said it was a hard album to make because it was a very emotional, a bunch of personal things, similar to like the Mr. Morale album, right? If you're younger, you're probably not going to understand those type of emotions because you haven't lived enough life to even experience a lot of those things. You can hear it, you may understand the words, but to actually feel in a connection to those things, very, very slim to none.
You don't
Slim
think
to
you
none.
can go back and listen to it when you're older and get more understanding?
I listened to Mr. Morale and Big Steppers when I was like 28, I believe, or like 30. I wasn't ready for it at 30. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
444 is a similar feel of album. So in my early 20s, no way in hell. I was listening. No, hell no. I won't listen to that.
I would listen
So
to
I'm
it.
curious now, like,
So what?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers when it first came out.
You was like playing that
Yes.
and listening to it?
Yes.
How old were you?
I
28?
was, yeah, about 27. So
I ain't never heard you play that album in my life. Not once.
what
You
it's like that
bullshit.
it's been some
Not
time
once.
since that, and how you've kind of evolved with those changes and going through that door, like you said.
I'm super proud of the work that I've done and put in, and to be able to do that in front of the whole world.
Yeah.
Like most people, you know, they get to, you know, go through their things, you know, very privately. Right?
You took it on tour.
Live every night. It was so healing for to like everything is love. That's a real chapter in life that you know, it got recorded.
Everything is love. You're rapping like really, like there's some crazy verses on there where you're just like flowing nuts.
I ain't even hear that album.
what?
Everything is Love. I ain't never even heard of that album. You heard of that one?
Yes.
You capping. What song was on that joint?
Now you gonna ask me what song is on the
There had
album?
to been one hit song.
Come on,
It's
man.
Jay-Z.
Let's go.
Like
Yeah.
Friends and Nice, you know, like
Yeah, thank you. And I'm a fan of my wife's creativity. She's a monster in the studio. She can hear like a sound off of like a drum 8 months prior and be like, what happened to that drum that was, remember that song? I'm like, no. And she'll pull out a drum sound that's like needed for that moment. You know what I mean? Like, she's a great producer. So when you're around that type of talent, it's just like, again, you know, you're in that type of energy, you know, people bring music and, you know, it's just a vibe. So those verses were just crafted because we were just having a good time.
it feels like you and her are in a real creative zone too right now. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like the last couple albums she's put out, I've noticed your name in the liner notes a lot too. Like, I can kind of picture you like in the studio flowing like Unicorn is the uniform you put on, you know?
Yeah, but you know, again, it's that energy. Like, I know what she's trying to accomplish and anything that I can contribute. I mean, for my family, first of all, you know, I thought it was super important and a challenge and fun to be in the room.
Does that give you some of your own creative spark to get back to your own zone and get the pen out?
It actually does the opposite.
Really?
I'm actually fulfilled in that space. You know what I mean? Just to be like, you know, a small cog in that wheel. I'm getting out that creativity. But again, I was just so like heavy. And I don't know how to make music that's not reflective of how I'm feeling at the moment. It would have been fiery.
That would have been.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's done more harm than good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Because, you know, I have a lot of like scratch ideas and they like all bad. I gotta be honest. They're bad. It's just like all bad.
The streets really wanted you on that Clips album.
Yeah, I was close. I think I think the first thing that I say, it has to be said from me.
You can't be like
I don't want to be so rigid with it though. I'm gonna keep that open. So I'm gonna take that back. But at that moment, I was like, yeah, I want to do something, but in order for me to move forward, I got to get this shit out. I got to get it out.
When we're talking about
Maybe he did.
It don't sound like he ain't
Maybe he did drop an album.
It don't sound like he's in writer mode. The Clips album ain't been out.
He said he had to get it out though. Whatever he was dealing with, he had to get it out.
Before he can go right. That's what he's saying.
Oh, before he can
even get in the booth to get on the album. That's why he wasn't on it. So, I mean, and that could be very unselfish of him too, because the rumors that were going on could have drugged down the album also. So that, I mean, I can understand
if he was connected to it.
Yeah.
Culture. What does it mean to you to be at the helm of a cultural event so important as the Super Bowl?
I think everyone should experience music in its totality. And for a lot of years, it was only one side of music that was being represented.
Yeah.
And we got the opportunity to create a more balanced idea of what popular music is today.
Yeah.
I'm not going out on a limb. This is the most famous people in the world.
Statistically supported.
It's like I'm not like, I didn't pick like the indie artist that I really like from Portland. The #1 streamed artist in the world. Him.
It's crazy that I think last year was still like the first solo rap act, which is crazy to say that last year was that. Was it a hard one to get across the board?
Not without conversations that was like dated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you said, the stats show.
Not without conversations that were dated. So I think he's saying there were previous conversations about something else. He had to have those conversations in order to get Kendrick on, but it wasn't that hard. That's what I'm hearing. It was an easy sell, I think. Is that what you interpreted?
I need more context.
Kendrick broke the audience record.
Yep.
It's not rocket science. It's like this is the music of our time, and it should be represented on the biggest stage because these are some of the. I'm not saying they're the only artists, right? Obviously, other artists would be offended.
Yeah.
But I think that was the right choice.
As a rapper, first and foremost, and being one of the pillars of contemporary rap, I would have to imagine that you got a special kick out of watching that show, though, in particular.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I thought it was brave. I thought what he did was brave, and it speaks to who he is as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
He could have made it a little easy on himself.
Just aesthetically and like what?
No. Aesthetically, it was beautiful. It was flawless. The artistic choice to play
the new album,
Uncle Sam,
was a choice, and brave in front of that big of an audience. Because even if 10 million people know some of these songs, there's 120 million people that's like, what is he doing? And as an artist, to stand up there and do it and complete your vision was like, I had to tip my hat. Like, I have a high respect for him already, but like even more, my respect was like, he's really about what he say he's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask you this only as a participant, and
you don't have to give a disclaimer first.
Well, I'm just saying, as someone who was part of probably the genre's biggest rap beef,
well, until now,
as a spectator, what did you think of the 2024 back and forth between him and Drake?
I'm gonna have an answer you're not gonna like.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if you're gonna like. That's presumptuous. I think that, look, there was 4 pillars of hip hop. There are 4 pillars of hip hop, right?
Yep.
There's breakdancing.
Yep.
And it's graffiti.
Yep.
There's DJing.
MC.
And battling.
Yep.
Breakdancers.
What?
Battling, like you talking about rapping.
But master of ceremony and battling, I don't think you need to necessarily have to battle in order to be an MC. So I wonder what. All right, let him cook. Maybe he can explain why he chose battling and not MC.
Yep.
There's DJing and battling.
Yep.
Break dance is not at the forefront of rap anymore. It's actually an Olympics sport. So that's dead.
Damn.
Graffiti.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know.
What was the girl who did the? Damn, son. She did cook breakdancing for like that joint was God.
Graffiti.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You know, in certain places.
Yeah.
And even in like, you know, major art and like Keith Haring.
Yeah.
And Basquiat, actually, a street artist.
Yeah.
Took it to a next level. It's not part of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
DJing. The DJ was in the forefront. It was Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right. Yeah.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
You don't even know the DJ for half of the artists anymore. Who's Drake DJ? I have no idea.
DJ Khaled,
OVO 40.
DJ Academics,
He don't DJ.
DJ Envy, don't DJ.
I think it's OVO 40 because wouldn't the DJ nowadays be replaced with a producer? Because instead of scratching, they're just making
mixing
a beat up front and
Could
then they
be.
rap over. So,
But
the
he's
OVO
talking
40.
about DJs.
I get that. I definitely get that. And I know there's a
DJ
distinction.
Head,
He does actually DJ.
Big Boy,
He also DJs or did
Fat Man Scoop,
DJ. It's just DJ Academics and,
Swiss
and
Beats.
DJ Envy. DJ Envy actually used to DJ.
I
at,
never seen it.
at the Hampton parties back in the day, long before he got in Breakfast Club. Let's go.
Go to DJ for half of the artists anymore. Who's Drake DJ? I have no idea. Okay.
Couldn't tell you off top.
That no longer exists. And the last pillar is battling. We love the excitement. And I love the sparring and the music you get.
Mhm.
But in this day and age, it's so much negative stuff that comes with it that you almost wish it didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah, because it's almost like it's a final thing. Now people that like Kendrick hate Drake,
Yeah.
no matter what he makes, no matter what he says, and it goes far too. It's like attack on his character and his thing, and it's like, I don't know if I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if it's helpful to our growth where the fallout lands,
hmm
especially on on social media, which takes place every day.
Yeah.
The game need Drizzy. That's what he's saying.
That's not what he's saying at all. He's saying that what? He's saying that nowadays a rap battle can become very politically based or charged with the stands because of stand culture on the
And then
internet.
it's never
not-
off.
It's not, but it's not normal people. It's not like the casual fan, the casual listener, or the just fan of hip hop. Like I like hip hop, so I'm not online just bashing Drake all day. Drake makes some good songs too, so I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, Drake suck." But there's some people who are stand out who be like, "Oh, Drake sucks," or Kendrick sucks, like on both sides. DJ Academics, for example, like he's stand out, like. But I don't agree with you changing your opinion on and views of hip hop based off of stan culture. That's
It
like
has
letting
to
them go.
evolve.
Yeah,
Your opinion has to evolve with the times.
Stan culture is always going to be there.
It
They
has
just have
never
a
been
voice now
that
because of
point.
social media.
Okay.
Everybody got a voice. So, but for hip hop lovers to change our rules based off of stans who really maybe not even like hip hop like that, they just want to have a voice or opinion. That might be crazy. I don't know about that.
Is that the majority or the minority?
I think they're the minority, but they're a loud minority because they're online.
Especially on on social media, which takes place every day.
Yeah.
And now you have these pods of cult.
The Stan armies fighting.
Yeah, and it's like it's too far.
I just
Yeah.
said that.
It's like bringing kids in it.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't like that. Maybe
Talking
It's
about his
going too
kids.
far. Just
Yeah.
everybody's kids. It goes too far.
It's 'cause of
People cross the
stans.
line.
Yeah, that's why Eminem made the song called Stans.
They
would
start
kill
following,
Selena.
stalking,
Look at
breaking
Selena.
in
That was a
houses.
stan.
Come
Like,
on.
Yeah, I mean that happens, but
It's
we can't
crazy
stop that.
out here. But you
Yeah.
got to evolve to protect yourself with the times.
That's not protecting hip
This is the worst the standing or stanism has been. It's an all-time high.
because the long social media exists, it's going to get worse. So you ain't gonna be able to stop
So
that.
you got to change.
And a lot of the internet ain't even people. It's a lot of it's bots.
Bots.
So
Sad to say.
why would we change our opinion on hip hop
got
based
to.
off of AI? Basically, that's crazy.
See, this is what I think started the whole Terminator thing, Skynet, the bots, death to
was
bots.
stan
and then
culture.
just boom, stan culture.
I've grown in a space that is probably, I sound like the old guy wagging the finger. But I think we can achieve the same thing as far as like sparring with music, with collaborations more so than breaking the whole thing apart.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna be able to battle that way unless the only way that happened with Ludacris and T.I. is because Young Buck put them on there and didn't tell it both of them.
I'm about to say when he was beefing with Nas,
That ain't happened.
They was throwing some blows.
He
Though.
said he left condoms in the baby seat.
That's what I was
He said
thinking.
he
That's
smashed
what
his
came to
girl
my
in the
mind.
back and skied on the Jeep.
And skeeted on the baby seat.
No, he said he left the condom and gave
That's
baby
even
seat and
worse.
skied on his Jeep. He did both. And
That's the
smashed his girl
line.
in the back seat.
Come on.
So, and he said him and AI both did it.
Somebody's a hypocrite.
And he kind of threw AI out of the bus when he said that.
Dry snitching.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if this. He's probably too young to know that, though. See, that's what I'm saying. Interviewing with someone like he wasn't alive during this time. That's crazy.
It could stand it before because there was no social media and there was no thing. And, you know, you had the battle and it was fun and then you moved on.
Right.
Right now, I don't know if it could stand it with the technology that we have.
We didn't move on. People still talk about Nas and you. That still happens. That was 20 years ago.
Because it takes up so much oxygen.
It takes up so much oxygen.
Yeah.
And now it's just like every day they're just trying
they're
to
still
take,
talking about it.
It's not just
We still talk about Biggie and Tupac.
just talking about it. Not like, yo, this song I like this.
Yeah.
No, it's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like trying to, you know, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't think Kendrick would say that because Kendrick got 10 Grammys, Super Bowl, the World Stadium tour off of it. I don't think he would say it wasn't worth
But
it.
he still don't know the long-term effects
On who? Himself?
on
Drake?
anybody.
What do
You don't
what do
know.
mean?
On him, Drake, society, people around him.
I don't think he give a damn.
Exactly.
just a rap
but
battle.
That's
Supposed
what
to
he's
get
saying.
over it.
It's a fact.
That's just the stance of just holding on to it. Everybody else is just hip hop, and we barely even cover Drake and Kendrick on our channel, and we're a hip hop channel. We barely even cover that stuff.
You got the man up on the wall.
Because the album was great. That ain't
It
got
was
nothing
a
to do with
good
the
album.
battle. We ain't got the
Okay.
diss tracks record on that wall. Like we had Not Like Us single on there, then that's different.
I'm gonna have Family Matters up there. So
Again, I love the idea that we got so much music in such a short period of time.
Great music.
Just everything around it was just like, man, it's like taking us a couple steps back.
Yeah.
And we just grown so much that I don't know if, I guess I'm gonna say it, I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Interesting.
I hate.
see, told you.
I ain't gonna lie. I might be done with this interview.
Told you.
What did you
I
tell
saw that's where he was going with it. You gotta change, you gotta
me?
evolve.
Let me ask you something. Do you agree with that?
I'm not saying I agree with him at
So
all.
he said, all right. So he said there's 4 elements of hip hop. There's no longer DJing. We don't have breakdancing. We don't do graffiti. And now he's saying we shouldn't even battle. So basically, we should just be pop.
Pop, yep.
And this is coming from
Hits, number.
Z.
You
But that's
yeah,
a crazy
you looking
thing
for
to say.
numbers.
Hold on, but that's a crazy thing to
Plays,
say because
streams.
that's
Crazy.
contradiction. Because at the beginning of this interview, he said Reasonable Doubt only did 30 copies,
Mhm.
30,000 copies.
That
per
was
week.
then. When they had a whole street team, there's a whole movement behind that,
Absolutely.
pushing it.
And they
Because
got
it didn't have the
30,000.
distribution.
And they got 30,000. So to
Uh-huh.
say numbers, a 30,000K album nowadays is, you know what I mean?
Bullshit.
But I don't know if I agree. I'm gonna see where he lands with this. but
That probably was first week.
yeah, that's
yeah.
that's what we're talking about because no one counts.
It's
the
double
numbers after
platinum.
that. Yeah, no one
now.
counts that though. They don't even count that immediate effect because it's pop music at that point.
See,
Like that's where the numbers come from. And Jay-Z is the one who kind of started that in hip hop, the number game. Like he lost to Nas, is like, no, I'm still bigger, and that was his little campaign. It worked, but I don't know if we should stop battling because stands. That don't make no sense. And bots, that's crazy.
hate that I have this point of view. I do because I know what it sounds like. I know what it feels like. I hate it. It's just how I feel about
Well,
it.
it even kind of extended to you, right? Because people made it a personal thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh man, he's choosing the side and he's
Yeah.
putting and he's not.
Like I don't have what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having a monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Word.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to it.
But didn't the battle contribute to him having that monster year?
yes, sir.
So there was no battle, would you have chose him then?
Mm.
So that's why I don't understand what he's saying.
Battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them two guys battling, like what's that got to do with me?
Word.
Have at
Exactly.
it. Have fun. It's almost like not on just me, by the way. They drag everybody in it. Like everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But
Yeah.
like what the fuck? Like what? I'm fucking Jay-Z. or due respect to him. I'm fucking Hov. Do respectfully.
Or
like for what? To what end?
Yeah.
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while.
Yeah.
I think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened. The Lex and TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Myth Fleek, what is it? The Myth Fleek slugs in your hat, right?
It was slugs in your hat. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, I actually regret that because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
But also to your point, like I remember I was like 10 or
What's happening?
See, he was 10.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's in his 20s at the boy, and you argue with me about.
I didn't argue about nothing. I just
Yeah,
said hate don't look good
He
on
ain't
you.
got facial hair. I knew he was young.
You can't trust a man with no stash.
I'm not even saying you can't trust him. I'm just saying he looked young. He's too young to have a conversation with Jay-Z about hip hop because he's not going to be. His knowledge ain't going to go back far enough unless he's a crazy student of the game and just studies. But
I mean, he
don't know too many people doing that.
He was calling some bars off the dome. You know,
Yeah.
Come on.
11 when that happened. I was like,
pick a side.
Well, I was on your side.
Yeah, I can clearly.
But
you was on the wrong side of history if that's the
You
case.
did have to pick a side.
Yeah,
too.
Nas beat him, but I never stopped not liking Jay-Z because of that. I was never a huge Jay-Z fan anyway. But that didn't change my opinion. No, it's just music. It's just a battle. It's crazy.
my position was I can't go out and buy Stillmatic or ask my parents to buy Stillmatic.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna borrow it and burn it because I can't deny one mic, you know?
Like I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But I ain't supporting them.
Word.
Yeah.
So it's almost kind of like fostering the same independence that you carry versus like
right back to the
just
beginning.
being like you're signed to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna curate your career in this sort of way.
Yeah.
You know. I never was comfortable with that anyway.
With being
an artist's
charged.
expression should be their expression.
Mhm.
I really fall back. That's I think what happened with Cole. Like just the narrative around Cole is that we didn't love Cole. No, we believed in him enough to let him find his journey.
Yeah.
And he found his path. It took him a minute.
Yeah.
But he found his way.
Was that something that you had to learn yourself though too? Because Cole will tell the story about how like you wanted to sit him with Stargate and maybe think about that single.
Yeah, I was giving him a chance to take his talent and show it to the most people possible.
Yeah.
But his way. I didn't force on it. It's like, here's this record from Stargate and you putting it out. Like I forced Bleak to make men bleak. It was like, no.
I mean, I think that worked.
Like my little brother. He has to listen to me. You know what I mean? But like for J. Cole, he has to find his own direction.
Mhm.
And I'm going to give him the tools.
Yeah.
I mean, we made big records with Stargate. They made humongous records and on Rihanna and blah, blah, blah. And even, I think they made the Wiz Khalifa Black and Yellow.
Yep. Yeah.
Biggest songs in the world.
Yeah.
You don't want to go sit with fine.
All right.
That's a fact. I ain't gonna lie. That was probably good advice because that is one thing with Cole that everyone has complained about for years. His production is he likes to do his own beats for some reason. Like instead of sit with like a good producer, like he on a tight budget or something. I don't understand it.
You know, so I'm gonna present that, but I'm not gonna make him do it.
Yeah. What is your relationship with Cole like these days?
Obviously, there's things behind the scenes with, you know, like you know, audits and shit like that gets complicated.
Yeah.
But I think you given a chance to prove that you're above board is an opportunity.
Word.
So I don't have any negative feelings for him. I'm actually super proud of him and what he's done.
It sounds like you're still.
I don't think he answered the question for real though. Because the question was, what is your relationship with? And you said, I'm proud of him, but there's some.
And he doesn't have hard feelings.
But that's not saying, if someone said, hey, how do I feel? What's my relationship with you? I'm not gonna like, I ain't got hard feelings against him. They ain't saying nothing. It's just saying I don't have hard feelings, but that
There's
don't
no
mean,
hate.
that don't
But
mean that,
he also was expounding upon something, but you cut him off.
Any negative feelings for him? I'm actually super proud of him and what he's done.
It sounds like you're still like when you came in, we were talking about the mixtape. Like you're still engaging with the work as a fan too.
Yeah, Clue sent it to me actually.
Oh, word?
Clue, not Cole.
Yeah.
He sent it to me
DJ
because
Clue
he's
Cole
proud,
tape.
right?
Yeah.
The thing about Clue, like he have like a resurgence behind it.
Yeah. I want to go back to this.
So you never answered the question. Now they're going to another question. I just want you to know.
He say he still listen to his music. There's no hard feelings.
Because
You want him to say we friends? We not
Clue
friends?
is your boy. DJ
you
Clue
want?
produced the whole short. Of course you're going to listen to it. It's a Clue tape. That's hip hop. That's a staple in hip hop. That don't got nothing to do with.
So
your
you want him to
relationship with J.
tell
Cole.
you if he friends or not? We're from
That
Devon.
was the question.
No, it wasn't.
And I wanted. I
The
do want
question
him
was,
to
what's
answer.
your relationship like? He
God,
said there's
no.
no hard feelings.
He said, "What's your relationship with
And
Cole?"
I'm proud of
And the
him.
reason why he asked that is because J. Cole just was shooting shots at Jay-Z. That's so it's a good question to ask. And
I didn't
this
say
is
it
one of
wasn't.
your biggest artists that you signed. This makes sense. It's a good question.
Idea we were
For
talking
you.
about just doing things the right way, even when that comes to like attaining wealth and continuing to amass wealth. We're talking about B-sides. One of your illest lines to me is face to the ceiling, race to 1 billion, heaven on earth, will his wings still fit him? So
Yeah.
like, what's the answer to that question? Is it a constant struggle to maintain?
Your morality defines who you are,
Mhm.
right? It's not what you've attained. It's not a dollar amount that changes you.
Yeah.
And if so, what is that dollar amount?
Mhm.
When does it start? Is it 100,000? Is it 150? Like at what point, if it's a cutoff, if it's like all millionaires are bad,
Yeah.
okay. So at 999,000, I'm good. It can't be that way, right? It doesn't
Word.
make any sense. The system is set up against me, against us. But I'm talking about my specific struggle.
Yeah.
Everything was against me. My talent, not taking advantage of people, not taking advantage of a system, not creating tax loopholes, not just taking from other people. No, my talent pushed against all the headwind. And with that success, I've done things with my reach that I wanted to do that was helpful for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And with the system that we have, what are you going to do? Because I don't believe in that the idea that someone has a certain amount of money, it defines their personality.
Mhm. So when you have like an example like that versus like the kind of, I would say, commonplace public perception that someone would say all billionaires are bad or no one should have $1 billion. Like,
Yeah.
what's the tension in that?
I got to give you the honest answer.
Please.
There's no tension.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you say.
Fact.
You can believe what you want to believe.
Word.
You know, and people behave the way they want to behave.
Mm-hmm. You was who you was before you got here.
Was who you was before you got here.
Yeah.
That's the makeup of your person. You're going to believe what you're going to believe, and you're going to behave the way you behave.
You're looking at a year that you defined to me as all offense. And, you know, you said that you made scratches and they sounded kind of like fiery and maybe not anything you wanted to put out. So it made me wonder, like, what are the hallmarks of a great Jay-Z album right now? Like, what are you trying to put out there that you would want to put out there?
I don't know yet. I don't know. But I know that.
No album, people.
You thought you had a gotcha moment. I be paying
Thought
attention.
so. No
My
album.
comprehension skills are really good.
He in there playing.
We have enough negativity currently.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what I need to create currently that's gonna like fulfill me.
Okay.
And make me happy.
I got an idea. Go do a joint album or a collab album with Kendrick right now because he got some hate. He's channeling it pretty good. GNX was a great album. You can just let him come up with 12 concepts and you just rap on it. Easy work. Easy. Who else could he do it with? Who else is big enough for him to do a
think
joint
he
album
got to
with?
do his next one alone.
Why?
And that
He's done plenty of. He got like 10 solo albums already. Why you gotta have another one? And he's 50 something.
And the last one he put out was him and what, Kanye?
The last what, collab?
Yeah, 444.
That wasn't
no,
a collab.
that's just him.
That's Watch the Throne. You talking about that was way before 444. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that's his only real collab album. And it makes sense. The only other person you can do that with is Kendrick. He's the only person big enough. Can't go T.I. Can't do 50 Cent.
You don't want to do Snoop.
I wouldn't do Eminem.
Yeah, I wouldn't do.
I wouldn't do Snoop. It's just Kendrick. It makes sense.
I wouldn't do Drizzy.
Nope.
Nah, Rick Ross ain't gonna cut it.
Nope. Just Kendrick. It makes sense. Easy work.
Him and Nas. That collab album would be fire.
They don't. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Y'all let us know down in the comments which options would you tell him if he's going to do a joint album? Should he do it with Kendrick or should he do it with Nas? Y'all let us know. Or give a third option, Eminem. Give us your thoughts in the comments.
Yeah, because that's most important.
Yeah.
Right. And whatever that feeling is, will vibrate and touch people in a way with its honesty. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm stopping myself from just creating, trying to create something that people like.
Yeah.
Is where I think a lot of artists get jammed up.
Right. Overthinking it.
Yeah. They
think long, think wrong.
Or reverse engineer it. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they love the feeling of that white hot feeling of when they was it felt new.
Yeah.
And that newness, trying to create that, is where they get jammed up because you don't know slang and you don't think.
That's why I should go with.
You not
I
hip.
suggest it because it seems like he having an all right time. Eminem kind of has this problem because he's a little older, like 50, and Nas is also like 50 also. So you want to probably get some younger energy in the room.
It's sad. It's like it's cringy. Like, nah, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Make your type of music.
Right.
Because you ain't doing what you saying you're doing. I'm not doing the same thing I was doing in 96.
Yeah.
So we need to make that any type of music that approaches that would be embarrassing because it's not authentic.
I like that.
You just gotta make something timeless that I really love and that's really honest and true to who I am.
Right.
You once said to the Russian billionaire that you were doing business with, I think with the Nets or Barclays, Mikhail. And you were saying how he showed you that you both stayed at the same hotel when you were on one floor and you thought you were staying on the highest floor. And then he revealed that there was an even higher floor that he stayed on. And that lesson to you was that there's always a higher floor to climb. So I wanted to check back in and see if you still feel that way. Like if you feel like you've reached the highest floor, or there's still floors to climb, and what the next however many years looks for you.
Yeah, they're more stuff because I thought the highest floor in the building was the end of it, right? The next step is like owning the building. No, you're staying at my hotel.
That's hard.
I think in that way, if we just stay childlike and stay curious, there's always going to be another level.
Fire. It's a few gems in there.
Yeah.
A few questions, a few gems.
Some contradictions. Because you said the one thing that I don't like about this so far is the talk about how battling shouldn't be part of hip hop. I don't agree with that. Because what about URL? King of the Dot? Like, what about the whole battle league? Is that just not hip hop no more? Smack. What is that just not hip hop no more? That's crazy. I don't like that. And then artists want to settle their disputes through wax and not through violence. That's perfectly fine. That's how hip hop started anyway. Hip hop rap battles started because people were killing each other and having disputes in the streets. And they decided to, instead of battling with knives and weapons, we're going to battle through words, dancing, graffiti, DJing, and it was keeping everybody alive. So that's what hip hop started as. So, and
it was keeping everybody thin because they was dancing.
You
sweating.
Too. You know what I mean? But I wonder if the reason he said that is because of the battle and because of stan culture, there were people who on Drake's side who started to criticize Jay-Z, like Nicki Minaj, and started to bring his children in it, because he did say that specifically, children and stuff. Maybe he wasn't talking about Drake and Kendrick. He was talking about the stans bringing up children and stuff. And stans could have been bots also, because a lot of them are bots, and a lot of them have been removed. Millions.
Deaf to bots.
Y'all let us know what y'all think about this down in the comments. Y'all let us know what y'all think about this down in the comments below. We want to hear from y'all. If Jay-Z was to do a collab album, who should it be with? Should it be with Kendrick, Nas, or Eminem?
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. This has been another episode of Big Hip Hop Haven.
Don't forget the big.
Till next time, we out. This.
Peace.
Made that money.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Listen, you ain't cut right. From the same cloth, homie, what it look like. I ain't here just to kick it, get the books right. This official business, bro, we ain't point like. I can promise this, let me say, okay. If you coming with the bull, I say ole. Listen well, listen here, it ain't no fake. On some real killer like Ghostface. On the beats though, we remain calm when it's hostile. We are working in the back of the house though, hitting every sense on why we got home. You can feel the vibes in your nostrils. What are the buckles? Status in Baco. On the block though, the whole summer mine. I know it shock you. Hold a future king, never front on me. You just wanna be, why I'm gonna be. Word to the outcome. You are not a boss if you got one. I am not the one to stop and lock doors. You ain't high, ho. You a cockroach. On my mama though, word to the outcome. You are not a boss if you got one. I am not the one to stop and lock doors. You ain't high, ho. You a cockroach. On my mama though. In and out. One time. In and out. We gon' do it one time. In and out. One time. In and out. Only got 2 days. Full time, go get a knee, big plays. You a two-tone nigga on some two-face. You been too-fake, I see your bitch face. You a ugly nigga, real talk, heard on the hotline. Not about how, it won't my time yet, but I'm hot now. It's about time, yet in the spot now. This is my crown, feeling hostile, word what I stand on. I can back up everything I said, ho. You say you a king, no one care though. You say you a G, no one scared though. I'm about mines, everybody drop now. On the flow, view, you may know the name, I don't know you. What I'm gonna do next, they don't know few. Cause I don't talk much, but I can show you. Word to the outcome. You are not a boss if you got one. I am not the one to stop and lock doors. You ain't high, ho. You a cockroach. On my mama though, word to the outcome. You are not a boss if you got one. I am not the one to stop and lock doors. You ain't high, ho. You a cockroach. On my mama though. In and out. One time. In and out. We gon' do it one time. In and out. One time. In and out. Only got one chance. In and out. One time. In and out. Do it. In and out. Got one life and it's in and out. Real talk, 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 talk.